The cursed room at the Andrew Jackson Hotel. New Orleans is known for its ghosts, but few places are as haunted as the Andrew Jackson Hotel in the French Quarter. It looks charming on the outside, but behind its doors, something dark lingers. The hotel stands on the site of an orphanage that burned down in 1794. Late one night, a fire broke out, trapping several young boys inside. The wooden structure collapsed in flames, and by morning their bodies were nothing but ash. Witnesses swore they heard the boys screaming for help even after the fire was out. The city rebuilt, but something never left. Over the years, guests have reported strange occurrences, especially in room 208, a room that seems to belong to the spirits of the lost children. The woman who stayed in room 208. A woman named Sarah, visiting from Texas, checked into the hotel, unaware of its history. That night, as she lay in bed, she felt the blanket slowly being pulled off her feet. Thinking she had kicked it off, she pulled it back up. Moments later, the blanket slid down again, this time all the way to the floor. Sarah sat up, her heart pounding. The room was ice cold. She reached for her phone to check the time, 3:11 a.m. Suddenly, she heard it. A soft giggle from the corner of the room. Her breath caught in her throat. The sound was high-pitched, childlike. She grabbed her phone, turned on the flashlight, and aimed it at the chair in the corner. It was rocking back and forth on its own. The giggle grew louder, turning into several voices whispering at once. Then she felt it. A small, cold hand touched her shoulder. She screamed and bolted for the door. She didn't stop running until she reached the hotel lobby. The next morning, when she told the hotel staff what happened, they didn't seem surprised. One worker simply nodded and said, "You stayed in room 208. The little boy likes to play." Other terrifying encounters. Sarah's story is just one of many. Over the years, guests and hotel staff have reported laughter echoing down the halls late at night when no children are staying there. TVs and lights turning on and off by themselves, especially at 3 a.m. The feeling of tiny fingers tugging on their clothes as they walk through the hallways. Some guests waking up to find a shadowy child standing by their bed, only to vanish when they turn on the light. One man, a skeptic who didn't believe in ghosts, laughed at the stories. He stayed in room 208 and set up his phone to record overnight. When he checked the footage in the morning, he couldn't believe his eyes. His blanket lifted off the bed on its own, floating in the air before dropping. The bathroom light flicked on, and in the mirror, a small shadowy figure moved behind him. But there was no one else in the room. Even the hotel staff refused to enter room 208 alone. One maid reported that while she was making the bed, the door slammed shut behind her. She turned the handle. It wouldn't budge. Then, the lights flickered violently, and she heard a child's voice whisper right next to her ear. "Stay and play!" The moment the door unlocked, she ran out and never went back. Would you stay here? Would you stay the night in room 208?